Hi, I'm Brenda. I'm the founder of Destination Wellness, and we're here in Morocco at our Moroccan retreat, which we do in October. We open the retreat on the first night with a cacao ceremony. Cacao, if you're not familiar with it, is a very, very special chocolate. We think of it as chocolate. They call it cacao. That only comes from South America. It was used by the Aztecs and the Mayans to open the heart. And it penetrates the body, opens all the capillaries, and all of a sudden everybody feels a little bit more open and vulnerable, and I'd like to say beautiful. When we do the cacao ceremony, which is the first night that we're all together at the retreat, we talk about what we want to let go of to make space for while we're here together for only a few days. And it's unbelievable what comes out in this ceremony. People that really are strangers sitting in a room together and drinking cacao all of a sudden start to open up with, I'd like to say, their deepest, darkest secrets, but maybe not quite that dark. So we hear unbelievable things. I don't want to control things anymore, so I can make space for something that is going to be beautiful in my life. Or I don't want to spend all of my life so incredibly busy and hurried all of the time, so I can make space for something that's just going to consistently make me pleasure. Maybe it might be something like, I want to let go of my actual career so I can make space for time with my children. It could be anything. There's all sorts of things that come out when we do a cacao ceremony. We spend our first night doing that, and it sets such a beautiful precedence for what is yet to come. Every morning at 7:30 we start a vinyasa flow class, which is our morning yoga class, and it's how we start our day. So before we come into yoga, we do go down and have a little bit of a ginger shot, maybe some fruit, whatever the shot is of the day, and then we go into our vinyasa flow class. The purpose of that vinyasa flow class is to really set a purpose and intention for the day. So not only are we having some physical activity, moving our bodies, actually going through the vinyasa flow, but we're also creating a beautiful intention for what we really want to accomplish for the day. So when you do that first thing in the morning, you end up thinking about it all day long. So sometimes our thoughts might be gratitude, maybe it might be acceptance, maybe it might be peace, whatever our theme is for that day. Everybody walks away from vinyasa flow feeling super refreshed, ready to have breakfast, really quite hungry, and carries on their day with this thought of whatever the theme of the day is. So one of the other aspects that we look at in our wellness retreats is self-awareness classes. They always take place after breakfast, kind of to set the precedence for the day, and it's an opportunity for people to really show up with their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, whatever they might be holding that day, and take it from a state of, I'm holding this. Maybe I'm willing to become a little bit more vulnerable with this. Maybe I'm willing to talk with some strangers about it. Bear in mind, after about 24 hours, we're no longer strangers. But the self-awareness courses are set throughout the week to sort of start small and build up, and really create an opportunity for people to experience their feelings and grow throughout the week. In our retreats at Destination Wellness, which are Ayurvedic retreats, we have special chefs that come that are specific to Destination Wellness that only cook Ayurvedically. And because it's really complicated to try and manage everybody's doshas, we cook tridoshic. So one of the experiences that you can have with the food is there's nothing that's going to come out that's going to activate anybody's imbalances. We look for a high amount of protein. We absolutely eat fish and poultry, and we generally avoid red meat because that can be very activating to some of the doshas. And the food is absolutely lovely. 5-star food every time we're at a retreat. Every evening at 5:15, we all participate in a yin yoga class. And yin, if you're not familiar with yin yoga, is really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yoga practice because it's quite restful, it's quite thoughtful, it's quite meditative, and it's an important way to end the day before we go into dinner and carry on with our evening. We always have a theme of the day when we're in our wellness retreats, and typically that theme, whatever we're trying to work on for that day, the yin yoga class will be styled around. So all of the chakras that are associated with that theme, whether it's gratitude or acceptance or peace, or whether we're dealing with anxiety in the self-awareness workshops, whatever the case might be, there's chakras in the body that are associated with that as well. So I can design the yin yoga class specifically to what people are already processing and thinking about and whatnot. It's a really beautiful opportunity to spend 2 hours. I know that sounds like it's crazy, but yes, 2 hours, and it goes like this, to relax. We only do somewhere between 7 and 9 asanas, depending on the class. Really fall into those asanas, allow us to experience an opportunity to let our muscles really relax, get into the myofascia of stretching and building long-term muscle. Sometimes after a yin yoga class, people might wake up and feel like a little bit sore. There's a little bit of lactic acid. You would never think that from a yin yoga class where you're just lying in what you feel like are rest positions, you might feel sore the next day. But it's actually an opportunity for your muscles to really elongate and really stretch and really allow all of the natural processes of your body to come in and repair and heal and fill the body with beautifulness. One of the main focuses of the yin yoga classes also is all about the energy. It's all about what we're pulling into our bodies and giving out to our intention. And everybody sets a different intention every day, and it could be anything. It could be themselves. Maybe they need a little bit of extra support. It might be a family member, a friend, a colleague, a pet, a culture, a region, anything that needs a little bit of extra support. And what's really beautiful about it is when we spend the 90 minutes of actual physical practice in yin, creating this beautiful energy, at the end we all pull that energy out of our bodies, release it into the room, let it all mix together, and everybody brings a very, very, very different support structure. And then we gather it all up with all of those energies mixed together, pull it back into our bodies, and put it out towards our intention. And our intention is not only supported by what we're building energetically, but also by every single person in the room.